Comics and powered by the Red 5 Network. For more, visit red5.bio.link. Good morning. Happy Friday. It's your final dose of Dork for the week. Are you okay with that? It's okay. I'll be back next week. But then I have to go on hiatus. So enjoy me while you have me. How you doing, guys? Do you have a good night? Do you have your coffee? I have like one swallow of coffee left, so I'll manage, I'm sure. We have a few things to talk about. Before we dive in, make sure you've smashed that like button, subscribed if you are new, and rung the notification bell so you get notified whenever I'm back with even more of this nerdy nonsense. Yes, we have memberships available. Yes, we have super chats available. And yes, we are almost to 10,000 subscribers. My mind is exploding. I cannot believe it. I mean, holy shnikes, Batman. Almost 10,000. You know, I do have to say, it's a lot of work. I wish you guys knew, kinda, like the amount of work I put into this. Maybe I wish you didn't, because maybe you'd be like, wow, you put in that much work and it's still like lower mid. Wow, dude, that's ridiculous. But man, I have been doing this for about going on 5 years now. And I'm telling you, I work at like a freaking full-time salary job. I do. If you guys only knew, like seriously, I'm telling you, anywhere from 8 to 16 hours a day while I'm still trying to, maintain the household and the micro farm in the back. But I definitely really try to deliver 1,000% for you guys as best as I absolutely can. I want to say 4 hours of writing yesterday. And when I'm writing, I like to write by hand to start off, especially research. Because did you know, like, you retain information better when you're actually physically writing it down. Typing on a computer is almost like binge watching. It kind of falls out. But I spend a lot of time on this channel. I've worked really hard on it, at least 7 days a week. If there were more days, I would do more. So I'm just grateful that I have you guys to share it with, and that you appreciate it enough to subscribe, to show up here every day for the live streams, and join as members, and super chat, and join the Patreon, and do the buy me a coffee. It encourages me to keep pushing. It really, really does. Like, every time that happens, I almost cry. I'm a ball bag. Okay. You already know that. I cry at least twice a week in front of you guys, but you guys encourage me to keep pushing forward, that you like what I'm putting out there, and that just sustains me. So thank you so much to you guys. Y'all the real heroes here. You are. Well, let's yell good morning. Of course, members get their special good morning first, especially when you're first in the chat. Good morning, Ensign, Nerdling, Deranged, Lunatic. And I'll give you, we need to come up with, like, how about for members. Members get the cheers. How about that? And an Ewok scream. Maybe a good morning, Deranged Lunatic. God, you're a cool dude. I appreciate you. Missouri strong, man. Good morning, Ensign, Nerdling, first class, contributing editor, producer, Kino Reviews. And, for the being basically an intern, I'll crack the whip. Good morning, Science Fictionary Podcast. Andrew, what's up? We were just talking video games. I've been playing God of War, and I'm liking it. But I have to tell you, Bo has told me I need to play it on PS1 first to truly appreciate the story. And I'm like, I don't even have a PlayStation 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. So, deal with it. I don't care. But he wants me to watch a walkthrough to truly appreciate it. He's such a weirdo with that. God love him. Good morning, Penny! Penny, all the channels are blowing up over Charlie Kirk's assassinator has been caught. I heard that. Turned in by his father. I can only imagine how difficult that was for his dad. He was a 27-year veteran of the sheriff's department, and his son confessed to him. I am a big proponent, supporter of innocent until proven guilty, until it is, the fact is like signed off, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to call him alleged. If it is him, you know, crazy people do admit to doing things they haven't done. They arrested a guy that day who was like, shoot me. I did it. And it turned out it wasn't him. So hopefully they have caught that person and that person is punished, because murder is wrong. Unaliving people, I'll say, is morally, ethically, objectively wrong. And I do not support it whatsoever. Oh, hold on. I gotta say my good mornings. Good morning, Somar! Almost 10,000. Good morning, Loki! Suffering from success. You know what? It just, like I said, it just encourages me to work more. It just encourages me to push forward. Big, big shout outs and love to my family, who 1000% supports and encourages me every single day. The whole channel was Dave's idea, and Dave built me every studio incarnation I've ever had. He has sacrificed, he has paid money, he pays all the bills here so that I can, you know, do this. Well, there's a couple and I pay, but he could live without internet, and that's why he doesn't pay for it. But no, he supports us. He's definitely an amazing and loving provider, and just happy to do it. My daughter will share my stuff and tell me when I've done something good. She gets impressed every once in a while. And my son Kessler told me, Mom, you're going to have that play button before you know it. They're great. They really are. Like, if I was an adolescent, 17, 20 something year old, and my mom did something like this, I would make fun of her relentlessly. And I would just roll my eyes. But my kids, no, my family is very insanely supportive, and I really couldn't ask for more. My sister, y'all have met her. How cool is she? Who else has a family that's supportive? I don't know, but I'm extremely grateful. Sorry about that. Good morning, Brimstone. What is up? Welcome. Sorry, I got very excited. Anywho, I appreciate you guys so very much. Thank you for showing up every day and continuing to support me. You guys mean a lot. I have basically given up any kind of social life whatsoever. You guys are it. You guys are my social life. So thank you for being my social life. And what were you saying, Andrew? Said you were on your way to the post office to drop off mailers with stickers. Yes! I'm so excited. I need to send you stickers in return. Hopefully I'll be able to do that next month. Okay, guys. Yeah, because I have to go to get a leg and stuff, and that's going to be pricey. Okay, guys. How you doing? You ready to talk some nerdy news, some headlines, and maybe some Dr. Dib? We're definitely going to review last night's Peacemaker. In my opinion, it was the best one of the season so far. I had a really, really amazing time watching that last night. I laughed out loud multiple times. I watched again this morning, laughed out loud again. Can't wait to talk about it with you guys. I may take the sweater off because it's starting to really warm up in here. There's a dog. Come here, Olive. Wait till you see how big this pup has got. Oh my. This Olive, Olive, Olive. Here, let's do it. Here we go. There's Olive. Everyone say hi. Remember when... Remember she could, like... You can't hear? How about now? Do you guys remember? I need you to stop. God, she's huge. Look at this. Do you guys remember when she could basically fit in my hand? And I had to hold her on stream wrapped in a blanket. She's about 6 months old now. Yes. And she is an absolute, just affectionate little thing. And she's obsessed with green beans. I don't have any. I shouldn't have said that. She loves them. She will eat them frozen, raw. She eats them off the vine, and I have to get on to her. Okay, go on. You need to go on. I love you, but go on. No. We're done. We're done here. We call her Dennis the Menace. Dennis the Menace, tiny horse, tiny deer, menace. She's very hyper. I told you she's a big girl now. Okay, I'm hot now. This is ridiculous. Yeah, she's big. She's very, very hyper active. Oh my goodness gracious, Penny. Penny just found out her pastor was rushed to the hospital with stroke symptoms. All of my prayers. Everyone, keep her pastor in your prayers. I am so sorry to hear that. Oh my goodness. I'm going to do my best to... Oh my gosh. Sorry, Penny. I don't know how to transition from that now. There's Jim. Very sorry, Penny. I genuinely am. I'm very, very sorry. I wish there was something more I could do to help with that situation. I've lost a very dear friend to a stroke, and it's miserable. I'm so sorry. Okay, guys, we got to try and... Hold on, it's going to do the loud thing, I think. Is it? No, okay. We are going to try and move on. We'll do our headlines. All right. Hey, real quick, I have a question for you guys. What kind of, I don't know how to put it. Like, what would you like me to do in exchange for a super chat? Because I don't have much experience with this personally. And, I just want to know, like, what would encourage you guys to do super chats? Like, when you're on other channels and you do it, like, what kind of benefit do you get or perk do you get in return for that? I'm really curious. I want to be able to give you guys the best of everything. Samar, pressure on the brain, and there's really not many ways to prevent a stroke. Sometimes there's really nothing you can do. In my friend's case, she had osteogenesis imperfecta, and she had a lot of spinal damage, very similar to mine. And it put a lot of pressure on her cerebellum right here. And it caused a massive stroke. So there's a lot of things that can... think of it like, correct me if I'm wrong, but like a heart attack is for the heart, a stroke is for the brain. So tough stuff, really is. I'm very sad to hear that. It brings up a lot of bad memories for me. I know what it feels like to lose someone to that, and it's just not good. Not good. I'm very sorry. But anyway, guys, I'd like to hear your thoughts. Like, what perks do you want to have for being members? What perks, benefits do you want to see for, throwing in a super chat? I I'll do it, man. Like, I just need to know what to do to provide you guys the best experience possible for your contributions. Seriously. Like, you don't put this much work into a channel just to poop on it. Good morning, Davyverse. Good morning. Okay, guys. So while you're mulling that over and putting your responses, your answers, suggestions, advice in the chat, because you're going to do that, right? Please. Please. Don't want to hear your thoughts. Most of the time it's beer and beebs. I do love beer. In fact, when you go to my buy me a coffee, instead of buy me a coffee, it says buy me a beer. So, anywho, moving on. So, I just watched the season 3 finale for Foundation. I mean, so good. So good. Let me tell you, the special effects team on that show has earned their paychecks. They definitely put in a lot of work, especially on that last freaking episode, because bodies. Let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the floor. They most definitely did. Lots of bodies. So I'm all schwitzing from having that stupid sweater on and wrestling with the dog. So as the finale aired last night, Apple TV Plus announced that they have renewed it for season 4. Excellent news. I really love this show. It's very well done, high quality. I've said many times, I'll say it again, that I really believe that Apple TV has some of the highest quality in streaming. They're an absolute sleeper. They don't spend a lot of money on marketing, unless Severance last season. My gosh, they did some crazy pop-up stuff for Severance last season. But in general, they don't blow a lot of money on the marketing and advertising. And then they use that on their shows in the budgets, and it's just absolutely brilliant. Everything I have watched on Apple TV has really, really loved it. I have really loved it. I've not been disappointed by one. C was great, starring Jason Momoa. That's definitely his niche. For All Mankind is absolutely phenomenal. Joel Kinnaman, that show is absolutely phenomenal. Highly recommend. Invasion is so good. Severance, obviously, and Foundation is, of course, based on the Foundation books by Isaac Asimov. So some of it is so smart that I barely know can understand, like, process what they're talking about, but I still like it, and I really like it. Really like it. So those are words I've said. Big fan. You should check it out. Seriously. Kino says, glad Apple finally shouted out For All Mankind during their last Apple event. Did they? Good for them. It's a phenomenal series. I can't wait to see more of it. Hopefully they continue to do more of it. Why is my daughter texting me? She is at school and she knows I'm live. Definitely check out Apple TV if you haven't. Definitely check out Foundation. Jared Harris is so good in this. Lee Pace plays, I don't even know how many different people. It's the same guy, but not the same guy. He plays multiple clones of the same man. And I can't really explain it more to you without spoiling basically the whole series. But Lee Pace has demonstrated some amazing acting chops in this series. The effects are amazing. The VFX are amazing. The writing is impeccable. Definitely check it out. Check it out. All right, guys, if you have any questions, comments, emotional outbursts about Foundation, please leave it in the chat below. We are going to move on. Davyverse says, too rich for my blood. Apple's even harder to pirate. Unless you have a friend with a Plex account. If you have a friend with a Plex account, hopefully they will share it with you. I don't advocate pirating YouTube. Now that I'm monetized, I have to be careful. Okay, guys. So let me check my notes here because I have them now. I had 2 meetings with StreamYard yesterday. So nice. They were so nice to me. I got to test some things and give them my concerns on a few others. And they were like, yeah, that's not supposed to happen. We will fix that. Sorry about that. I'm like, yay. I like being heard. Okay, so moving on. Have you seen this? This is huge. I need to stop touching my hair, but I'm hyper vigilant and I can't help it. Warner Brothers is placing a bid, or Paramount, I apologize. Paramount is preparing a bid to purchase Warner Brothers because Warner Brothers profitability has gone up 20%. 20%. So tell me again how Superman wasn't profitable. Because clearly they've spiked 20%. That came from somewhere. I'm not saying it's all Superman. It's other things. But Superman has definitely helped. So, are you friends with Loki? Anyway, we're going to go through this Variety article, which does have numbers, and we're going to see where it's coming from. Warner Brothers Discovery shares spike on report David Ellison's Paramount Skydance readying an acquisition bid. This would mean that Star Trek and DC would be under the same umbrella. Loki, the announcement spiked the share. And Warner Brothers is doing amazing outside of DC. DC's doing good enough for what they have told us. And they have a lot of retail partnerships that have assisted that. But 20% is an absolute hell of a spike. A lot of this is coming from them dominating the horror genre. Sinners, Weapons, Conjuring Last Rites. Those are just 3 of them. And they have, broken box office record after box office record in the horror genre as of late. So, I don't want to get started. How do I get rid of that? Okay. So, shares of Warner Brothers Discovery shot up as much as 33% Thursday on a report by the Wall Street Journal that Paramount Skydance is prepping a takeover bid of Warner Brothers Discovery in its entirety. According to the Journal report, Paramount Skydance's bid will be for Warner Brothers Discovery as it exists currently, so as a whole, despite Warner Brothers' plans to split it into 2 separate companies next year. Warner Brothers comprising studios and streaming, and Discovery Global, including TV networks and Discovery Plus. The article said that Paramount Skydance bid would be a majority cash, but did not specify a price. Paramount Skydance's offer for Warner Brothers Discovery, which cited anonymous sources, is backed by the Ellison family, according to the Journal. That's a reference to Larry Ellison, the Oracle founder, who is one of the world's wealthiest individuals with a current net worth of $370 billion. He is the father of David Ellison, the chairman and CEO of Paramount Skydance. The Ellison family put up about $6 billion of the money for Skydance Media's deal to buy Paramount Global, which around $2 billion contributed by private equity from Redbird Capital Partners. Fun fact, a subsidiary of Skydance did own New Rock Stars. But you didn't hear that from me. At market close Thursday, Warner Brothers Discovery stock was up 29% for the day to $16.17 or $16.17 per share, putting its market cap at $40 billion, a single day gain of about $9 billion after the stock bump. Shares of Paramount Skydance, which trade under the symbol PSky, closed at 15.6%. The cost to buy Warner Brothers Discovery would need to factor in the significant debt load. The debt load. As of June 30th, Warner Brothers Discovery's total debt outstanding was $35.6 billion, even after recent debt retirements. A major rationale fueling Paramount Skydance's interest in buying Warner Brothers Discovery would be to pool their streaming operations to achieve greater global scale and compete with larger rivals Netflix and Disney Plus Hulu. There's going to be like 3 streaming services next year. Like, that's it. Just 3. As of June 30th, 2025, Paramount Plus tallied 77.7 million subscribers, a decrease of 1.3 million in the quarter, primarily reflecting the expiration of an international hard bundle deal. Paramount Global said in posting second quarter 2025 results, its last under the previous ownership. Warner Brothers Discovery direct-to-consumer streaming division, largely comprising HBO Max, had 125.7 million subscribers at the end of June, gaining 3.4 million in the quarter. And the company has said it anticipates hitting more than 150 million subscribers by the end of 2026. Ellison has outlined a tech-forward strategy to boost Paramount's streaming business, which includes plans to consolidate Paramount Plus and free ad-supported streamer Pluto on a common tech stack. Ellison and Jeff Shell, Paramount Skydance's president, also have discussed a desire to forge partnerships with other streamers. Like, it's all connected. It's all connected. At an August 7th press conference in New York, just hours after the official close of Skydance Paramount deal, Ellison said that on the streaming front, we're open for business to explore everything. A combo of Paramount Skydance and Warner Brothers Discovery would also provide cost synergies and economies of scale for the company's film and TV network businesses. Paramount's TV stable includes CBS, Comedy Central, Nickelodeon, MTV, and BET. And Warner Brothers Discovery includes CNN, TNT, TBS, Discovery, Food Network, and HGTV. In particular, a merger that brought together CBS News and CNN would yield obvious synergies. The Ellison family owns 100% voting control over Paramount Skydance. Skydance closed its takeover of Paramount Global 5 weeks ago following FCC approval of the deal. Ellison has installed a new management team, which includes Shell, ex-Netflix exec Cindy Holland as head of the direct-to-consumer streaming business, and COO of Chief Strategy Officer Andy Gordon, who formerly led the West Coast office of Redbird. David Ellison has said that the company, which calls itself Paramount, a Skydance corporation, catchy, expects to cut more than $2 billion in costs from the company. That will include mass layoffs, with as many as 3,000 jobs expected to be eliminated by early November, Variety has reported. Prior to Skydance clinching its deal in 2024 for Paramount Global, which involved buying out previous control shareholders in late 2023, but those talks did not progress beyond initial exploratory meetup. Among those weighing in on the Paramount Skydance potential bid for Warner Brothers, Elizabeth Warren, what the does she care? Who said on X that such a media merger must be blocked as a dangerous concentration of power. Listen, anytime politicians open their mouths about anything, I immediately mental block. Like, red flag, red flag, red flag. I don't trust that at all. Warren has pressed Skydance and Paramount for details on whether their execs had engaged in corrupt side deals or political favors with the Trump administration. You gotta be shitting me. It's everywhere. Oh my God, it's everywhere. Oh my God, to get the merger approved, in addition to calling Paramount Global $16 million payment to Trump to settle his lawsuit, alleging CBS News 60 Minutes deceptively edited an interview with then VP Kamala Harris. She called it a bribe. Warren cited Trump's claim that the new owners of Paramount promised $20 million worth of free advertising. Remember when Trump announced a multi-million-dollar secret deal with CEO David Ellison, and then shocker, Trump approved Ellison buying CBS Paramount, the senator wrote. Now Ellison wants to take over CNN and Warner Brothers. I legitimately don't care. Mainstream news is just crap anyway, and so are politicians. At the August 7th press conference, David Ellison did not confirm or deny such a side deal. And this is coming from Variety, who hired Mark Malkin, who asks really stupid ass questions like, is this the gayest Marvel show ever? And what's it like to call Leonardo DiCaprio daddy? You're disgusting. You should be fired. So there you have it. There you go. The FCC approved of it. The FCC approved. So are you telling me that that Trump is strong-arming the FCC? That's isn't that like don't we have checks and balances for that reason? I don't know. I don't pay attention to politics that much anymore because there's so much nastiness, and I don't think you can believe anything either side says about anything. They make too much money. They're too wealthy and powerful and famous. They do not live in the reality of what average Joe American actually lives in. So I don't trust anything they say. They're going to say whatever they possibly can to get people to vote them into more money and power. So why would we trust anything they say? I don't trust any of them. I feel like we don't need any of it anymore. I'm so over all of it. It's just disgusting to me. So, I mean, this is going to be good. It would be really good for Warner Brothers. Loki is absolutely right. Great for Warner Brothers, not great for their competition, because Warner Brothers has been struggling for years now, and all of a sudden they are profitable. Maybe not all of a sudden, but they're spiked. Their profitability has spiked. Oh my God. My daughter is being annoying. Live action Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles versus Batman. But I mean, this could change a lot of things. It could change a lot of things. It could give Warner Brothers, it could give DC Studios a fatter budget. Depending on if this happens, what the new board would, I don't know why I did air quotes, but it would depend on what the new board felt deserved. Like if they think that the DC studio branch is doing well enough to be given more money, that it's worth the risk, then absolutely. So I guess time will only tell. Time will tell. And there we go. Okay. My monitor keeps like flashing on and off. I think I need a new cord. I think we're going to find out after Supergirl. Once Supergirl comes out, which arguably it's either the second or third movie, depending on how you look at it, because old Gunner said that Blue Beetle was the first DC Studios film. And then he hasn't really talked about it much since, other than recently he mentioned Blue Beetle a couple times. I think Blue Beetle might show up in Peacemaker, but I could be wrong. Anyway, if you have any questions, comments, emotional outbursts about Paramount, Paramount, a Skydance company, possibly purchasing Warner Brothers Discovery, leave it in the chat below. We're going to move on. Moving on. All right. What do we got? Oh, I'm very stressed about this. Hold on. Let me get to it. Well, let's do this first. I'm going to turn this all the way down. So they have put out the first teaser for the next Mario movie, Mario Galaxy. And this is it. We're just going to check it out and see what we think of it. Give our review, if you will. Oh, is that Gopher? Hello, Gopher. Oh, he hit a rock. Poor guy. There's the fish. It's pretty. The visuals are really pretty. Looks really good. Where are we going? Oh, Princess Peach's castle. Is it Monty Mole? See, I didn't play much Super Mario Brothers. The Super Mario Galaxy movie. I didn't play much Super Mario Brothers after maybe Super Mario Brothers 3. So I don't know. Hey, good morning, Real Anarchy. What's up, buddy? What's up? Monty Mole. Okay, there. Oh, member Deranged Lunatic says, I tried to watch Blue Beetle, but I can't make it through the whole movie. It was completely horrendous. No wonder it flopped at the box office. I liked it. Okay, I liked it. Dom says, it looks good. Yeah, I agree. I think it looks good too. I really liked the Super Mario movie. I've watched it several times. I really, really enjoyed it, but this looks really good. The artwork, the visuals, the color. Look at that color scale. The color grading. Very colorful, very pretty. Good morning, Patricia. Very pretty. Very pretty. And again, for the guys who just popped in to the chat, I asked a question at the beginning of the stream, and I haven't gotten any answers yet. So I need some answers. Let me clear my throat real quick because allergies. I was wondering what you guys would like in exchange for super chats, and even what perks you would like as members, because I don't have a lot of experience with it. So I want to know what you guys want. So I definitely will give 1,000% attention, preferential treatment to super chats. If you pay for a super chat, it will go up on the screen. I will respond. I will make it a point because it pops up big as life right here. It gets my attention, like on StreamYard. It flashes. So definitely super chats, preferential attention gets thrown up on the screen every time before anyone else. Members too. But I want to know what else would like, okay, yeah, I would totally do that in exchange for this, or I would like this, or I would like to see this perk, or whatever. So definitely tell me in the chat below, because I want to give you guys the best experience possible. 1,000%. So think about that. Please give me some advice and answers. I'm desperate. I mean it. Just please put it in the chat. Tell me what you want. Tell me what you want. Okay. So also, Super Mario Galaxy movie coming out April 3rd, 2026. I'm looking forward to it. I'm honestly really looking forward to it. It looks really, really good. They did amazing with the first one, so I'm really looking forward to it. If you have any questions, comments, emotional outbursts about the Super Mario Galaxy movie teaser, leave it in the chat below. We're going to move on to our next headline. I am so sad about this. Y'all know I'm a huge Highlander fan. I love Highlander. Love it. Love it. You want me to send merch out for super chats? I don't know if I can do that. I meant like on the stream. I can make a design. I can make a design like super chat comics and mug, I guess. But I don't think, I think my boyfriend might leave me if I sent coffee mugs out every time someone sent me a super chat. Like if you send me a huge super chat, I might be able to pull that off, but do that. I'm sorry, but I will definitely make a design for it. That's a suggestion though. You're the first person to give me a suggestion on, but I'm wanting to know like what perk would you want from paying for a super chat during the live stream? Like I can play sounds, put up videos. I'm definitely giving preferential treatment and attention, like all the attention to a super chat, like 100%. But I don't know if I can't send merch out every time I get a super chat. That would be too much. I can't afford that. Good morning, Maria. Don't worry. Sometime I'm so sorry you didn't sleep good last night. I hate that for you. I hate that when that happens. But good morning. And I'm asking everyone to give me their ideas on what you would like to see in return for super chats, like what kind of perk. I totally understand, Patricia, but it's not something I can afford to do for every super chat. That's one, very time consuming, and two, it would get way too expensive. Well, you will have it. You guys put super chats down and I will absolutely give you my undying love and affection. I can afford to do that. Good morning, Truth. Good morning. But how about this? $50 super chat. I will send out a mug. If someone puts down a $50 super chat, I can send out a mug. But it's not something I can do like for every super chat. That's like really expensive and time consuming. But for memberships, like what perks do you want to see? What would encourage you the most to want to sign up as a member? What would encourage you the most to do super chats? Like that's what I want to know. Because I'm new to this. I'm very new to monetization. Very new. Okay, let's get back to it. Don't forget to hit like, guys. Don't forget to hit the like button. Okay, Henry Cavill has sustained an injury while preparing for the Amazon MGM remake of Highlander, which will delay production until early 2026. Oh my gosh. That makes me so sad. We're going to look at the Variety article to see if it tells us what happened, because that sounds pretty serious. That's like 6-7 months. Possibly. Wait, at least 5 or 6 months. It's like 5 or 6 months that it would delay production. That's insane. That's a big, big, big delay. Somar says, it's okay. We'll figure it out as the days go by. I think, though, people just expect to be responded to. Oh, absolutely. As soon as you drop a super chat, it's going to go right on screen. He does have some pretty bad luck, I will say. I mean, he's a happy guy. He is so happy. He feels so blessed. He's got a wonderful little family. He loves being a dad. He's a massive nerd. So let's see if this article explains what happened, because that is a massive delay. CAVILL sustained, and one of my British friends told me it's CAVILL. CAVILL has sustained an energy while preparing for the Amazon MGM remake of Highlander, which will delay production on the Chad Stahelski directed film until early 2026. Variety has confirmed. CAVILL's co-stars include Russell Crowe, Karen Gillan, Djimon Hounsou, Dave Bautista, Marissa Abela, and Max Shang. Stahelski, the John Wick franchise, is directing from the script Michael Finch. The original, okay, they're talking about the original movie. The new free make, I think that's a typo, has been nearly as immortal as at least in Hollywood. What? I don't understand what they're saying here. I just want to see what happened to him. It doesn't say. It absolutely does not say what happened to him, other than he got injured seriously enough to delay production 5 to 6 months. Actually, that gives me an idea, DL. Member DL. He says, let's talk about Michael Rooker's character eating 4-day-old eagle poop in last night's episode of Peacemaker. And we will do that. I've got that listed. How about you guys, the super chats? You do a super chat and you can tell us what topic we cover next. How about that? How about that? A super chat will dictate what we talk about. I'll let you guys pick. How about that? As well as, attention and going up on screen, you get to pick the next topic. Yeah. Dangerous precedent. Obviously from the list of stuff in the description. How about that? But yeah, really sad to hear that the Highlander production is delayed that much. That's a huge, huge delay. And it's one of the projects I am most excited for. Okay. Wait. All right, let's talk Peacemaker. Let's review Peacemaker. That is the main topic for today. So we haven't talked about it yet, but we will. So, Peacemaker last night. Did you guys watch it? Did you? My kid is about to get grounded. She won't stop texting me. All right, guys. Well, then, spoiler warning, because we're going to talk about it. I promised Medea that on Fridays we would review and talk about the Peacemaker episode from the night before. All right, kids. So first of all, we see this little guy when the episode kicks off. Are those his guts? Like, are these his... He's obviously some interdimensional alien with no nose. And there's his purse. His super techie purse. Anyway. Got him. That was really bad. I won't do that again. Here is this device we find out later in the episode. Again, I can't say this enough. I'll put a banner up. There we go. This device over here on the left is what actually moves the quantum unfolding chamber. So the episode kicks off with Chris the Golem impression, like. So it kicks off with Chris, his brother Keith, and their dirtbag father with their dirtbag mullets hunting out in the woods, and they hit this guy. They hit him, and they stumble up on him, and he's got this thing here, and he goes to shoot him, and yeah, Peacemaker gets the taste slapped out of his mouth because he's like, Dad, don't. His dad shoots it anyway, and he slaps him. He's like, "You're not in charge of me. I don't take orders from you." Mm. So after they kill this poor thing, they see off in the woods the quantum unfolding chamber and somehow figure out that this device, this little purse thing here, is what moves it. And it was Chris who moved it to their trailer and then to their dad's house. So there's that. In my opinion, this episode was the best one so far. It definitely had the most action. I die with laughter uncontrollably when, whenever Judo Master gets smushed or something, because the yell he makes is so hilarious. The ha when him and Peacemaker are rolling down that hill and Peacemaker lands on him, he's like, ha! I freaking die every single time. That kid, Rip Jagger, aka Judo Master, is a treasure. He's absolutely hilarious. Just he kills me every time. His scenes with Economos. Ugh. Truth is, I'm enjoying this season. That alternate dimension has to be Earth X, right? There's a lot of speculation that that dimension is a super racist Nazi dimension. Like that would be actually kind of because all right, look, with when Adebayo and Chris are talking here and she's like, "You don't know what's going on." You know? How did they get so famous? How did they get so popular? What did they do to make all that money and to make that happen? Those are excellent questions. Maybe that dimension is just really, really bad and they're just super popular for being bad. You don't know that. But this is absolutely hilarious because he's like, "Did you genuinely think these were my clothes? That's hurtful. It's hurtful odds." Oh man, it's really, really great. Yeah, Judo Master and his flaming hot Cheetos. He's never without them. I would love to see Red Sun Superman. That would make me the most excited DC Danny ever. I would scream and ah! I love Red Sun. Red Sun is one of my favorite comic books. Ah, I need to rebuy it. Every time I try to rebuy it, something happens and then I end up not getting it. But I used to have it, someone borrowed it and never gave it back. Won't be doing that again. Anyway, this is the best episode so far. I absolutely love it. It was great. And freaking Vigilante in this episode, he is Adrian Chase is adorable. He's absolutely adorable. His, do you think there's another me in there? Oh. Peacemaker. Oh, hi Adebayo. It's a best friend thing. I've been in there like a bunch of times. Deranged Lunatic, I learned the hard way a long time ago. You never loan out something that you can't replace. You never loan out something. Yeah. Yeah. I wish I would have learned that a long time ago before I loaned that book out. Okay. So let's talk about some of the best parts of the episode. It was Economos and Red Saint Wild. Economos had me rolling with laughter this entire episode. He cracked me up. The scene with Tim Meadows when he's in Peacemaker's house and he's trying to stall, and Tim Meadows is like, "You are one curmudgeony mother ginger cool," and he just straight up spits a big old loogie right in Tim Meadows' face. What kind of grown man spits on someone? Oh my God. I lost it. I absolutely lost it. And then while Economos is in there trying to stall, I'm trying to think of the best way to do it. Whoa! Did you guys hear a cat? It was so funny. It was so funny. Economos was amazing in this. Oh, there he is. There's my boo-boo kitty. Oh, I love you, Adrian. I love him. He's adorable. He's hilarious. Look at him. He's so happy. He's so happy. He's just happy to be involved, happy to be here. We're all in this together. Oh, it's so funny. So funny. He's like, I've been there. It's a best friend thing. I've been there a lot of times. Like, yeah, let's. Love it. But of course, we can't talk about Economos in his scenes without Red Saint Wild, played by Michael Rooker. This whole scene, first of all, the eagle poop, 4 days old, tastes like cold cuts and tater chips. This bird eats better than me. Why would you even need to do that? It's 4 days old. You're at his house. You know he was there. Why? What was the whole purpose of him doing that other than the comedic relief? Obviously. And beluga caviar. I don't believe you know what caviar tastes like. This dang birdie's better than me. But then this scene. Okay, so remember, Economos pushes him down and he cracks his forehead on a rock. That whole scene killed me. At least we agree on the most important thing. That bird's got to die. No, we do not. Yes, we do. Yep, we agree on it. No, we really do not. Yes, we do. And okay, when they're in the mobile unit, the van, heading to Peacemaker's house, and they're talking about the wink, like it means we're all in this together. And like, where does that mean? Why, how does that ever mean that? And Tim Meadows is like, well, I'm from Illinois, so maybe it's a Midwestern thing. And Red Saint Wild, Michael Rooker, says, I traveled the hills of Illinois, which is really, really hilarious that Gunn added that in, because if you really want to piss off someone from Illinois, say Illinois. It's kind of like people saying Missouri to me. Oh my God. But that is my point. Please, Red Saint Wild, point to the hills in Illinois. Are the hills of Illinois in the room with us right now? Like, where are these hills? That Illinois and Indiana are the flattest states. And Oklahoma, my God. Just like nothing for miles. But yeah, I've been in the hills of Illinois. Dave and I were just laughing, like, where? Point to those hills. Oh, it drives me crazy. My ex-mother-in-law, God bless her, she says Missouri, and it's like, honey, there's no A at the end of Missouri. There's an I. And if you want to get real technical, it's Missouri. Anyway, no hills in Illinois, Red Saint Wild. No hills in Illinois. But so then later, he goes into the woods, and I'm wondering if he's tapping into the red. The red in DC Comics, which was introduced by Grant Morrison, is similar. It's like the green is to Swamp Thing. The green is the connection between all plants on Earth. The red is the connection to all animals on Earth. And here's what really killed me about this scene. Yeah. We're watching this, and Dave's like, wow, he's looking old. I'm like, well, because he is. But this poor guy having to dance basically naked around a fire, and he's got maracas. Captain Cultural Appropriation. So this right here, that is the last of my coffee. So that's his cut on his forehead from when Economos pushed him down. He's able to get enough blood. This head wound is bleeding enough for him to look at all this, to draw this eagle in the dirt. Like, how did you get that much blood out of this head wound and stay conscious? I have so many questions. Like, look at that. From that little cut, he's getting this much blood. Look at that. That is a serious, how are you still conscious? That's a lot of blood. A lot of blood, my friend. You should be in a hospital. I mean, is your brain spilling out? And here he connects to the red, and there's a little bit of a purple hue. I mean, if it's not, I don't know. Well, hopefully we get this answered. Like, I would think it would be red because in the comics it's red, but it's James Gunn, so who the hell knows? So he connects to this through his bleeding head wound, and he's able to travel, like kind of astral project or find Eagly and find where they are staying through connecting to this red or whatever you want to call it. Dom says, I don't think I could survive so much James Gunn in one sitting. I loved it. I loved this episode. It's the best one of the season so far. Deranged Lunatic member says, Michael is 70 years old. Hard to believe he's the same actor that played in the movie Henry, Portrait of a Serial Killer. He's a good actor. But yeah, that's, how are you still conscious? How are you still conscious? But of course, he finds him there at Sutler's Hill, the cabin, his grandfather's cabin where they're staying, where they moved the quantum unfolding chamber. So I really like this episode. I'm definitely looking forward to next week, which, what's the name of the episode? Something Suture. I can't remember. I had it and lost it. MDB. I can pull it up really fast though. I have IMDb right here. I was looking at it earlier. Oh, back to the Suture. That's what that episode's called. Back to the Suture. So, do we have lightning bugs here? We absolutely do. Would you like to hear a quick story about lightning bugs before we hit our last topic? So, let me remove that. We have lots of lightning bugs. We don't have as many as we used to. For the last 10, 15 years, they're just not as prevalent. Well, when my son Kessler, who is now 23, when he was like 6, 7 years old, he captured a lightning bug, insisted on keeping him in a little terrarium, and he named him Robert the Firefly. Well, of course, fireflies don't live that long and they don't live in captivity well. So Robert died within like a day or two. And he was just absolutely devastated by it. We had to have a funeral for him. I had a little tiny black coffin and we buried him, put flowers on the grave, said a prayer. Well, we go to church the next day and our pastor's like, would anyone like to be added to the prayer list? And my little boy raises his hand and he said, my firefly Wabba died. And he's like, oh, of course, he put him on the prayer list and prayed with my son and said that, Jesus is taking care of Robert now and Jesus is going to take care of you. So don't worry about it. You just pray to Jesus. Well, that night, when the sun started to set, I hear my little boy just squealing, like joyfully squealing from the back porch, like, Mom, come here, Mom, Jesus heard me. And I went out to the back porch and I am telling you, the entire backyard surrounding my son was just gobbed with fireflies. The most fireflies I had seen in probably 15 years. Just I can't even tell you how many there were. And my son was like dancing in a circle with his hands up saying, Jesus heard me. Jesus heard me. It was an absolutely beautiful moment, beautiful sight. Every time I hear firefly or think of fireflies, that's what I think of. It was a lovely story. Dory Lutic, they showed that Harcourt is still going out and picking fights. Yes, she is. And now she's back with Argus helping to turn in Christopher, and she even says, this isn't right. He doesn't deserve this and neither do I, but she still thinks she's doing the right thing. So crazy. Yep. And they say God doesn't answer prayers. He definitely, for my little boy that night, he most certainly did. Love fireflies. Love fireflies. They always give me a nice, warm, fuzzy feeling. All right, guys, we're going to hit our final topic for the day. I want to find the right picture to start with, though. So last night, there was a light show that Disney Marvel put on, and they teased their concept art for MCU Doom. Starting with, here's the cardboard cutout, stand up, whatever. Words are hard, okay? So here's Doom. Looks really good. Looks pretty comic accurate. Will this translate to live action RDJ Doom? That is the question. If it does, then it's a total win. Total win. This is dope. It looks amazing. Here is the full image. He's really gonna have to beef up, though. Look at that. Those lats. Latvarian lats. And then, yeah, it's a really incredible Doom suit. Definitely one of the best. If they do it live action. But I also have the full light show too, and I'm going to show you that in a minute. So they have Doom killing Thanos. Here is the actual light show. See the Marvel booth. Is there sound? I don't want to keep the sound up because I don't want to deal with copyright stuff today. Loki says RDJ needs to do an Eastern European accent as well. Fingers crossed. Do we think he can pull that off? I mean, he did a British accent for Sherlock, didn't he? I mean, it's definitely not the same. Look at that mask. Now, the mask we saw in Fantastic Four First Steps and in the end credits, it looked pretty smooth, didn't it? like perfectly smooth. All the way up. I don't want that all the way up. So here he is. They're definitely marketing Doom, RDJ, and Doom hard. And I don't mean they're marketing RDJ as Doom hard. They're just marketing RDJ. They're using him for literally everything. Like I liked Ironheart, so you should like it too, kind of stuff. Kino says the Fantastic Four Doom mask looked cheap. This looks like Doom. There he is on his throne. It looks good. It looks really good. Look at that. Ooh. Ooh. That's a pretty dope light show. Seriously, look at that. That's incredible. The things they can do these days. That's really cool. Look at that. If they can pull this off in live action and his Eastern European accent, 100 million. He earns his paycheck. Pardon me. Sorry, I should have hit mute. Get it, buddy. Also, my allergy pills are finally in at the pharmacy. Yay. Ooh. How much longer is in this? About another minute or so. Check it out. Like, it's just the whole light show is Doom. The whole thing. DL says it would be interesting if they could do the storyline where Dr. Doom is trying to get his mother out of hell. Oh, interesting. Ooh. What you doing there, Doomy? What you doing? And this is a pretty dope light show. I mean, I keep saying it, but it doesn't make it any less true. Avengers, Black Panther, Fantastic Four. This is super cool looking. X-Men. Really looking forward to some X-Men. Facts. Okay, that was it. This looks so cool. And if they can legit pull this off in live action, then they've got $1 billion movie on their hands. I mean, you got to admit, we're cautious, super cautious. Marvel has not exactly been hitting home runs lately. Fantastic Four was good, Thunderbolts was good, but people stopped going to the movies. They stopped trusting Marvel. Captain America Brave New World was absolutely awful. Deranged Lunatic, did they put the watch again in the sky like the rest of it? They did! Isn't that amazing? It's amazing! How did they do that? He looks really good. He looks great. Very, very impressed. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed that this translates well to live action. Fingers crossed they finish the script and that it is solid. Marvel needs a big win. They need a big win to gain some of the general audience back because they virtually lost them all. I mean, that's just the state of affairs right now. They went too hard with the interconnected universe, put too many projects out there interconnected. They diluted quality across the board. And what did that result in? Secret Invasion, Ironheart, Captain America Brave New World, the list goes on. So they need Avengers Doomsday to give them a big, big win. Big time. Hopefully they deliver. And if this is any indication, if this concept art is any indication of what they plan to do with Doom, then they might succeed. That just looks really, really good. Fingers crossed. Medea says, I want Dr. Doom to wear the mask all the time. I'm sick of people saying RDJ can't hide his face like it's against the law. Of course he can. Well, a lot of those actors are super vain, or they struggle to be able to emote and act without, facial expressions and stuff. Some are like, no, I want to show my face. My face is famous. I want to show my face. It's a nice face. And other actors maintain that they have trouble acting when they can't show their eyes or their face or whatever. So he could have something like that in his contract. We don't know because we can't see the contract. We'll find out when the movie comes out. But that is a real concern for a lot of actors. Loki said they invented the nanotech helmets precisely for that reason. Yeah. Yup. Dom says, and if you're paying that much, you want to show the face. Kino says, put dots on his face, a motion cap, a digital Doom mask. But I don't think we want to see the Doom mask move. That would be weird. I don't want to see the Doom mask move. I want it to be a legit mask. Look, if he takes the mask off, which I'm sure he will, I just want to see a scarred, disfigured Doom face. That's what I want. I don't care if he's pretty. But we'll find out. We'll find out before too long. If you have any questions, comments, emotional outbursts, last things you want to say, drop a super chat and we'll go through them. We're going to go through and pay some bills here. If you'd like to help support the channel, you could do so in the easiest and freest way possible, which is just by hanging out, hitting that like button, subscribing if you're new, ringing the notification bell so you get notified whenever I'm back with even more nerdy nonsense. Leave a comment, share a video, tell your friends, telephone, I don't care. No. You can help out by showing our algorithm overlords just how much you appreciate what's going on here. If you would like to support the channel in other ways, of course, you can join as a member. We have 3 different tiers. They only go up to $6 a month, and there are lots of perks like early access, members-only streams for watch parties, preferential attentions and treatments, and special emotes and stuff like that you get to use. And the more members we get, the more emotes and gifts that I am able to give you guys. So definitely give that a consideration. Please and thank you. There's also the super chats. But if those things are not up your alley, we have this QR code right here, which takes you to buymeacoffee.com/comicsandmua, where you can tip as little or as much as you can. There's also Cash App. They're all very, what's the word I'm looking for? Secure. They're secure websites, and you're perfectly safe. I promise. We haven't had any issues whatsoever. There's also the Patreon, which is similar to being a member with 3 different tiers, starting as little as $3 a month. That one actually goes all the way up to $20, but you get exclusive merch that you can't get anywhere else. And it comes every 3 months for your first year of membership. The top tier patron members in the Nerdling Army, the Nerdling Supremes over there, they get a custom hoodie. That's right. You get a hoodie. after 3 months of membership. So there's that. You also get the same perks as being a member, some early access, but you also have exclusive chats over there, direct messaging, request lines, all that stuff. So patreon.com/comics. And for the Patreon Nerdling Army, there's also our merch store at comicsandcosmetics.etsy.com. If you need coffee mugs, if you need socks, we have everything for everyone, every type of nerd, all you non-denominational nerds out there. Comicsandcosmetics.etsy.com. Hundreds of designs on hundreds more products designed by yours truly. Also, I have an Amazon page. All of my recommended reading, viewing, skincare, special effects, podcasts, household, farm stuff, all there on this page right below. I'm also an affiliate for several companies, including Zenni Optical, where I got my shades right here. That link is in the description below. It will save you 10% off on your next pair of frames. Highly recommend the IQ lens with Zenni ID Guard. Keep your digital life safe. It will make sure that your face cannot be scanned by unwanted AI and stuff. How do I know it works? Because I cannot unlock my phone when I'm wearing those glasses. Like I can unlock them with these because these don't have the ID guard, but my glasses with the ID guard, I can't open my phone with it. I've tested it out. It definitely protects you. So there's that. And I'm also an affiliate for all kinds of other stuff. It's all in the description below, all of these links. This podcast is powered by the Red 5 Network. We are a collective of exclusively nerdy podcasters and content creators here to entertain and educate you. So if you like this podcast, chances are you're going to love more of what the Red 5 Network has to offer you. So check out red5.bio.link today to discover more of the Red 5 family of podcasts. And also everything that we've gone through just now, all the links, all the updates, news, my galleries, everything is all on my website, comics-and.com. If you want to see reviews on movies and some TV shows, there you have it. If you want to see what makeup looks, what special effects stuff I have done in the past, it's all on that website. So comics-and.com today. Whoop. Do we have any supers? We do not. So we're going to end it there. I hope you guys have an amazing weekend. I will be back Monday. Of course, next week is my last week before hiatus. So I don't know where I'm going with that, but I'll be here next week, but I won't be here the week after that. I hope you guys had an amazing weekend. Stay nerdy, babies, and keep your eyes peeled. Because I heard
Disney and Kathleen Kennedy are gonna get you!
Hey nerdlings, gather around. Dani's in the house and the hype's inbound. From sci-fi dreams to super real schemes, she's the queen of comics and everything in between. Makeup brush in one hand, pen in the other, crafting worlds like no one's ever discovered. Sci-fi writer, pinch creator, going live on stream. There's no one greater. Comics and everything, we dive so deep into stories and the secrets that the nerds all keep. Comics and everything, the chat's alive. Monday through Friday, Dani provides the vibe. Superheroes, villains, fantasy lore. Every day there's something new to explore. From Star Wars stars to Marvel fights, breaking nerdy news, keeping chat up